This is Karen with Grace B Creations, and we are on Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay, so I did not do a video last night. I had a lot going on. I had to take care of some things, and life got busy. So I am doing this project tonight. I'm going to do this project tonight, and I have another video coming tomorrow. A haul. Usually I do hauls on Thursday. I still have to get to naming my my projects and days and stuff. I'm still working on that. Like we have Making It Monday. I know some people do Thrifty Thursday, but I can't always guarantee a haul on Thursday. It all depends on what I buy during the week or if I get Happy Mails in. It all depends. So I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I still have some ideas running through my head. But for now, people have been begging me to make this project. So I'm going to do a quick video. I'm just going to make one. These are what they look like. We have the difference between the two, besides the different, pocket toppers and the bow topper, is one of them has 2 pockets and the other one has 3. And it's got like a secret little flip up, okay? Today I'm going to show you how to do the secret little flip up, because you can, with just 2, if you want to just do 2 pockets, you'll just glue this down. You won't have that 3rd pocket, okay? So it's not much of a difference. It's pretty easy, but I'll show you how to do the secret pocket one, okay? So we're going to make the 3 pocket one. These are so fun to make. I loved making these. I just came up with the idea sitting with some book paper, and I'm like, oh, this looks like fun, and I just went with it. So I'm going to show you how to make it. So let's get started. What you're going to need is book paper, of course. The size book paper that I have, it looks like hold on, let me measure it so you guys can know exactly how big the pockets are. I have to start leaving my measuring tool over here because I noticed lately I've been grabbing it a lot. Okay, the size of this book page is 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. So 5 by 7 1/4. So that's the size of this book page that I'm using, so you guys can get an idea of what I'm using. So what I do is I take 2, depending on how thin your book paper is. Okay, because you want it to be like strong enough to be, unless you want to put a piece of cardstock on the back to make it more a little stiffer to hold it up better. Like this is just 2 glued together. I think I did 3 actually glued together. By the time you put the pockets on top, it'll be a little thicker anyways, so I just glue 2 together. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. I'm going to glue 2 pieces of book page together. Just going to lay it on top. Okay. This is like that really vintage book paper that I use. It's very it's sensitive, like it rips just by touching it. That's why I also like to double up on it. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab another piece of book paper the same size, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold it up. Actually, let me trim the side here that has a little bit of that hard, see how it's like crumbling? Just going to get that out of there. So you have one that's going up, and you're going to take a second one, and you're going to fold it again, but it's going to go down. So you have, oh my gosh, my palm is itchy. Don't they say that means money? Okay. If only I was playing bingo. I remember I used to play bingo with my mother and my grandmother all the time. We used to go to the bingo halls on Thursday evenings, and they would have like big bonuses up to like $5,000. We won quite a bit of money when we went. It was a lot of fun. Those are the good old days. Like I had a great time with my mom and my grandmother. My mom passed away And my grandmother, of course, has passed away as well. But I really miss those times. Anyways, okay. So you're going to work with the one that's upside down first, okay? The one that goes upside down, now this is the trick here. You have to make sure you're leaving like at least, let me just measure it so you know. About 1.5 inch down. You want to leave an 1.5 inch down, okay? And we're going to glue a U, okay, on this. So you're going to glue this way, this way, this way. So turn it around and make a U. Okay. Ah, see how that ripped? This paper is so sensitive. Okay. That's just not... Ah! I'm not touching it. It can stay crooked. Okay, so see how that just created a pocket? Well, when it glues, when it dries, it's going to create a pocket right there. And you have your flip up, okay? All right. So here's the next step. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm going to pull this off. You know, let me tell you why. This is crooked, and it's going to cause it to be an issue when I go to create the pocket. It's the page that's crooked, not this. So hold on, I'm just going to tear this off. Start back over again. We have the two that is glued together. Let me grab another piece of paper. I don't think that paper was torn straight, and I want to make sure that you guys see straight pockets, okay? All right. Well, you could just go that way and just go. All right. Okay, again. Okay, we're going to do the U. I should have looked first before putting that down to make sure it was straight. Okay, there we go. That's better. Right there. So we also have to leave room for the topper too. Okay. So now we have our first pocket right there. Let it dry, and you have your flip up. Okay. Now you're going to take your second paper, the one that has the flip up going this way, and you're going to put it down here on the bottom. You're going to leave this going over it. So we're going to make a U on this as well. Turn it around, and we're going to do a U here as well. We're creating our second pocket. Okay. We're going to bring this down to the very bottom, like this. Like that. So now we have this going over this. Now we just created our second pocket right here. Okay, our second pocket is right here. So we have one pocket, two pockets, and now we're going to create our third pocket, which is going to be this. So now with this, we're going to create another U, upside down U. Okay. Doesn't matter that the letters are upside down because we're going to be just putting lace over it anyways. I really should have, no, it's okay. I went upside down the other one. You can't even see through it. Okay, so you have one pocket, the hidden pocket, 3 pockets. So there's your pockets, okay? Next, what we're going to do is we're going to lace the pockets with lace. We're going to put lace here. I made this pocket a little big. I should have made it a little bit smaller. Like it really should have been like, yeah, but it's okay. No worries. So I'm going to back this. How did I do that? Did I use, I think I used a piece. Ah, okay. I actually backed this with a piece of fabric to make it a little bit thicker because it's a closure. Okay, so I'm going to grab a white piece of fabric and I'm going to create some stability on this page here. So I'm going to glue the back of it and I'm going to lay some fabric down. Lay some fabric down. I almost said fabric. Lay some fabric. Let me see, right there. I love this fabric. It's like so easy to rip. Okay, so I'm just going to lie that down on the book page. It doesn't matter. You can see some of the glue through it because lace is going down on top of it. I'm going to trim it. Let me see. I need to go like that. Yeah, I need to go about right there. Okay. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just kind of creating kind of like a good backing on the pocket that goes up and down so that it doesn't rip. There's a word for it and I'm just not thinking of the word. I want to get that a little closer. That's okay, it should still work out good. Make sure you trim all of the backing. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, hold on, just want to trim this a little bit more, just so it's not curling up on the edge like this. And you're going to trim the end. And just glue that on the bottom. All right, that's better. Now I'm going to back it with lace. And I'm using the same lace that I used on the other one. I'm just not using my lace that I love because I don't have much of it left. My vintage lace by a D-ing. All right, so I'm going to cut a piece here and we're going to just back it with a piece of this lace here. Now this time I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to mark where I need to cut that. Ooh, that was pretty good. All right, so now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down. All right. Like this. Oops. I really should be using the glue spreader. Let me grab it really quick. I wonder why that didn't stick down too well. Good. All right. So I'm backing it with the lace. Trim off the edge like that. So now we have a flip open and a flip down, okay? And it's heavier so that you're not going to rip it when opening and closing it. Now we're going to create our pocket toppers. No, I'm sorry. Now we have to put lace here and lace there. So we have to put, I'm skipping a step here. I'm going too far. All right. So I'm going to line this one just to the pocket. You're just putting the pocket fronts and putting lace down on them, okay? Like that. Whoops. I know the words are upside down, but that's fine. You can even double up on the lace if you don't want a lot of the book paper showing. Like if you just want a hint of the book paper to show, you can do a double. You can double up on the lace. Like if you wanted like it to be a little bit more discreet, see how you can add another book page, a piece of lace over it. But I'm fine with it. I think it looks good. Now I'm going to do this one on top. Same way. All right, so let me, oh, hold on. Okay, there. Do this again. Like that. Just go trim. Okay, so now we have 1, 2. Did I do the inside of that one? No, I didn't. So you don't have to do that one. Although, why didn't I? I didn't think of that. I didn't lace that. Probably because it's the start of a pocket. I mean, I could, but I didn't realize this, but I did both pockets upside down. Watch your booking. Like if you don't want your words upside down, there's a way for you to go ahead and fold it with it going the right way. One of them might be upside down, but I'm just gonna double up on my lace on that one just because I don't know. I feel like I made a mistake there with the words. You can still see it, but I mean it's not horrible. But I really should have paid attention to that a little more by having the letters go the right way. But that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and double up on the pocket anyways, on the lace. Whoops. And if you want, you can even use lace that's a little bit thicker. You might, so that you won't see too much through it. But I just like the wording to show a little bit underneath it. I just wasn't paying attention that the words were upside down. All right, just go ahead and add a little more glue on the bottom. I just love this project. It's so cute. Wow, I didn't glue that down at all. I hardly got any glue on that. All right, So that's what it's going to look like. So you have one pocket. Hold on. So you have one pocket, two, 1, 2, 3. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add a topper onto the pocket top. What I chose is this really pretty fabric that's like the sheer fabric that I got from Esme's collection there. And I'm going to just go ahead. Now, this is the part you have to be really careful. This one you don't have to be as careful with because it's thicker. It's these you're going to have to be careful with because, see, that's really thin. So you can probably just go under like with a tool and just lift the page up. But what you're going to do is you're going to create a page topper. So you're going to want to have the same length as your pocket. I'm going to go ahead and trim. And I'm going to trim a little bit short of the pocket so that I can get inside. Because we're going to go inside and glue it and fold it down over it. I'm going to want to trim that a little bit more. So we're going to go, probably be easy to do this. I'm going to have to add a little bit of glue on the bottom of that there. I'm going to slide it in. This is the tricky part because the book page is so thin, depending on the book page you use. And then I'm going to fold it over. Yes, this project takes a lot of glue. Now you don't have to go inside the pocket and fold over. If you want to just add a strip of fabric to go over the top of the pocket, that's cool too. I just like to do it so that it adds a little thickness to your pocket. That way that there's fabric on the inside as well. And it creates like a nice soft pocket. Does that make sense? So it looks like that. So I'm doing like a blue topper. With these here, I used the polka dot ribbon and I used the top here and I also tucked it in so that it's nice and thick here. I'm going to do the same thing to this one here. Like I said, if you don't want to go inside the pocket, you can just go ahead and glue a piece of fabric right on top. No, I have to go shorter. Okay. I have to compensate for the glued side edges as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck it in first and then glue the inside. That might be a little easier. Okay, just like this. Then we're going to go ahead and glue right there so that it holds it. Oop, a little bit came out. It's a little tricky, but it looks good when it's done. This is stubborn. All right, now I'm going to glue the top part and fold her over. Like that. So now you have, now it's sheer, and normally if I had the patience, I would probably go double just so it shows up a little bit more. If I really wanted to, I don't have to double, I don't have to do it on the inside. Now that I already have one on the inside, I could just take a strip and just like glue it on top just to create a little more color, which I might do just because it's so sheer. I'm just going to go ahead and trim so that the width is the same width. Ah! Where'd you go? Don't run away. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue another piece on top. I just want it to show up a little bit more. I almost put that down backwards. Do you see what I just did? So we still have that piece that's still underneath, but we glued another piece on top just so it shows up a little bit more. See how it's darker? That looks really cute. I'm going to do the same on this side. Okay, hold on. Like this. This is hard to cut. Oop. It's so like sheer. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put glue down. Like that. There. So now we have, well, I had a feeling that was going to happen because I glued that second one down. I'm glad I caught it before it really glued down. Make sure you go in with your tool and just make sure that your pockets are free and that they didn't glue down from putting the other part underneath there. Okay? All right, so we have our two pockets, and now we're going to go put a topper on this one here. I might have to cut another piece because I took the other one because I didn't know I was going to double up on it. Let me just go grab a piece because I only cut enough for the three. Right here. I absolutely love this fabric. Okay. Now, might as well cut two because I'm going to double up on this one too. These are awfully thick though. I'm going to have to trim them. Okay. There's one. And then this is going to be the one that I'm going to go on the inside. Now see, this one's ripping, so I have to be really careful when doing this one. Yeah, I'm going to have to trim that one up a little bit more. This is the only tricky part, especially when you have a book page that's ripping. All right. Okay, I'm going to go in very lightly. Just put a little bit of glue down. And then I'm going to put glue on the top so I can roll it over. Like that. I'm just going to go underneath. Ah! Oh, I shouldn't have done that. What was I thinking? That was not glued down yet. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Okay, make sure the bottom part is glued down before you go in. Oh my goodness, this pocket is falling apart. Hold on. This pocket is like so sensitive. Let me just try and glue this together first. Just gonna add a little bit of glue there and hopefully that helps it a little bit. Oh my goodness, this is turning into a disaster. Okay, everything's sticking. I didn't have problems with the first two I did. It's because I'm on camera. That's why. This went smooth as sailing. All right. I'm not going to even bother re-gluing this underneath. It'll hold on. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and glue the top and fold it over because all right, like this. Now it's gluing down. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Okay, I got it. Whew, I thought I glued that page right down. Okay, so just be careful with this one because it's... All right, now I'm going to put the second piece down. Don't do what I did. Don't swipe it before it's done being dried. I just was afraid it was going to glue down because I knew how much glue got on the inside of it. So now I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the top again, and I'm just going to lay another piece down like this. It really is an easy project. It uses a lot of glue. And you're doing a lot of different pieces, but when it's done, it's so cute. Okay, now my pocket's good. See how I got the pocket? This pocket, and then this pocket. Just gonna finish gluing this part down. My edge there. All right. So we have 1, 2, and 3. I love how I'm doing this one light blue. That is so cute. I love the color. Okay, now we're going to do our topper. Okay, our page topper. For the page topper, I'm going to do, let me see, what? Yeah, I already cut it. I think this is what I'm going to use for the bow. And then this is what I'm going to use for the topper. So you're just going to take a piece of fabric, ripped fabric. You can use any color. I believe on these ones I did, yep, white fabric there. Yeah, I did white for both of them. You can do like, I have this really cool polka dotted, but that one's not going to match the polka dotted one. So I'm just going to do a plain white, and basically you're just creating just a little topper to reinforce. That's the word I was looking for, reinforce. I wanted to double up on this to reinforce it, make it stronger, right? That's the word I was looking for. All right, so just gonna glue the top, and you're gonna go behind and you're gonna glue the back. And then you're going to get out your eyelet tool in a second. I have, these things create, look at all the thread. Because I trimmed that, there's like thread everywhere, sticking to the glue. This is a messy project. All right. So now we have the fabric here. I'm just going to go ahead and trim the sides. But hey, you know, the messiest projects always come out the best. That's the way I look at it. So we have our topper there. I'm going to go grab the punch. Here's the eyelet. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create the hole right in the center. I'm going to get an eyelet. I usually have all this stuff out ahead of time, but I was busy today. Right now it's 8:14. I started, no, 9:14. I started this video late. My son was at my desk helping me with something, so I got busy. All right. So now I noticed that the hole didn't punch that great, so I'm going to go in and help it. All right, so now I'm going to put the eyelet in. I like picking a vintage color eyelet. It's always like that rusty brown. Okay, so you're going to do what you normally do to make your eyelet. Okay, so I just made the hole. And now we're going to put our ribbon on. And this is what I chose for the ribbon. I'm going to do white because I think white and blue go really good. Now what I noticed is that I didn't glue down the topper on this too well. So I'm just going to glue this piece down. It's not really supposed to be lifted up. It's supposed to be good and glued down. So I'm going to use my fingers because I love the glue spreader for some things, but when I want to get down and into the project, I want to use my fingers. Even if it means me peeling glue off my fingers for the next 3 hours. Okay, so I think I want this ribbon a little bit thinner. It's a little bit thick. I use Sari silk for this one. Yeah, just trim it up a little bit. I don't want the bow to be too thick. Might be able to rip it like this. Yeah. All right, perfect. So now I'm going to go and put my ribbon in. Like that. And that's why doing the eyelet is so important, because when you're using book page, you don't want to just use the hole on the book page, because when you pull the ribbon through, it'll rip the book page. So I always like to do a reinforcer with the fabric topper and then the eyelet. And that creates a good barrier for it so it doesn't rip the book page. Now I'm just going to make a little tiny straight bow like this. Like that. I probably could have kept it a little bit wider, but it's cute. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pendants. I used a pendant on each one, right? I'm going to use this one. I'm telling you, I love these pendants. I have 5 more to make, and then I ordered another one. My influencer money came in from Temu. They sent me another $30 to spend for the next campaign, and I picked up another bag of those because I am loving making these pendants. They are so fun. I have another book page one too. But for this one, actually, I'm going to use a book page for this one because This is pink, and this is blue, so I think I'm going to do the book page one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of my embroidery ribbon. I always keep this in my little bowl. I use these for all my little tie-ons. I could actually use blue. Oh, I didn't think of that. I'll use a light blue. Perfect. What I'm going to do is put my pendant through, and if you don't have a pendant like this, you can use a charm or some beads, however you want to do it. I'm going to go ahead and tie it, and I'm going to take it what I did with this one is I went underneath like this, and I put this through the knot. Just going to loosen up the knot a little bit, push this through. No. Hold on. Hold on, let me just work that down a little bit. You're just going to feed it through the little knot back here, because I want to tie it along the back, not on the front. Where'd you go? She's in there, but I can't find her. Hello. Isn't it funny how when you want to do something and when you're doing it in front of someone, it never goes as easy as it was when you were doing it alone? It's always that way. Okay, so I fed it through the knot on the back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tie it onto the back of the knot. And I don't want to tie it too tight because I want it to hang. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around to the front. See how it creates a little hang on the front there? I'm going to leave it right there, and that's where I'm going to knot it. And I like the way I do this so that you're not seeing this on the front, it's on the back. And you have it secured going through the back of the ribbon. And that'll sit back there. And this will sit nice and low underneath the ribbon. Like that. And there you go. There is your 3 pocket, the little hidden pocket. Right? 1, 2, 3. And then what you do is you can make little journal cards, right? I think I have, yeah. You just cut 2 pieces of cardstock, square cardstock, and you put the same color as your pocket toppers. Put the same color up on the little pieces of, cardstock. See how this is going a little bit low? This pocket is actually too long. Let me show you. See how this one comes down to about here so that you can't see the pocket? I really should, believe it or not, I can. I'm going to go ahead and trim this. I'm glad I saw that and I'm mentioning it. I'm just going to go ahead and trim this about 1/2 inch. Much better. Now we can see the pocket. Perfect. Okay, so you're going to grab 2 pieces of cardstock and cut them into squares or whatever shape you want and put the topper on the square cardstock with the same color ribbon to match, so that when you put it in, you can just kind of, or you can make it a different color. You can make it white, or, you know, if you don't want it to match, you can have the different colors. And you put the little, hold on, make sure, you got to make sure your pockets are good and open, because there's so much glue in this project that you have to make sure your pockets are secure. And there you go. Actually, I lifted that one up a little bit. I'm going to fix it right there. Like I said, it depends on the book page you're using. If you're using book page that's not really old, you're not going to have this problem. It's going to work really well for you. I just happen to be using the real vintage book page. I must have grabbed some really old pieces, because the first two I didn't have any problems. But there you go. Just make the two little cards, and you can stuff them in there and have them lifting up a little bit with your charm. Isn't that cute? These look awesome in a junk journal. And if you're doing a slim journal, you can make your book page a little slimmer. It all depends on the page size. You can totally do the same project on a slimmer scale. You just cut off about 1/2 inch and do little pockets the same exact way. And that's it. Well, there you go, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I can't wait to see if you make some. I would love to see them. Go on over to the Grace B Creations Facebook group. I'll leave a link. I'm going to leave a link below. Leave a link below. Leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on this project. And again, share. We're all sharing our projects over in the group. It's awesome. I love seeing your images. So definitely share with us all if you want. All right, so I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday evening, and I will see you tomorrow in another video. It's going to be either a haul video, or it's going to be a all of my favorites. So I will see you then. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I love you all. I will see you later. Bye.